Hey, Stuart, I apologize for being late. Um, I was, thank you so much, doing conversation with someone. I got a friend, our friend is gonna come up in a little bit and do some breath work with us. So we're gonna keep the floor open for those who want to come up and do some breath work, for those who are talking meditation, um, that kind of stuff. 2 sessions on your own, Stuart. Well done. Hey, Brian, I'd love to hear more talk about moving to Mexico. Hey, Danny. Thanks for coming in, my friend. I enjoyed this afternoon's live stream. I've enjoyed the last couple. We've really been on track, talking uh, all kinds of stuff, keeping things positive. When I say positive, I don't want it to mean to sound like, we're doing that positive vibes only guy. Life doesn't work that way. Sometimes life brings us down. What do we do when we're down? That's what counts. So that's what the conversations are about. Not how to We don't want to bypass. We don't want to emotionally bypass. We don't want to physically bypass. We don't want to spiritually bypass any situation that we find ourselves in. Hey, our friend Jesse Polak is up and live for anyone who might be interested in checking him out. He's got 262 people watching him work out. That's amazing. Let's see. Sniper says, "Greetings, good Eric. With foot elevated, any medication world and medication world. Gotcha. So how's it is it gonna limit you in any way, Sniper? Michael says, "Say Yogi, sorry I've been absent today. I was visiting with family." Well, I appreciate you being here now, Michael. How was the family visit? Hey, Martine. Martine says, "Hello, Yogi." Martine, I've had you up and playing today. Let's see. Here's what we have on right now. We have Fun Day Chat up and playing. We are rolling out those watch hours. You and Tandra and Runnerboy are my top three. And then we're going to work more with Joe Delaney and Eric Lapointe, a few other people. Let's see. Is that Mayra or Myra? How do you like to pronounce that? Mayra? Myra? I'm going to say Myra for now. Fernandez says, "Hey, can I get a shout out?" You certainly can. I want to make sure I say it right, though. Anyway, our friend Myra Hernandez, and I will shout it out again if I have mispronounced it. Welcome. Big major shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for being here. It is so Myra. Right. Got you. Thank you for correcting me. Maya Hernandez, shout out to you, my friend. Welcome. I'm glad to hear you have made the chat special just by your presence, my friend. Let's see. Martine says, thank you, Yogi. I really appreciate your help. Awesome. When you told me that you were going to have to take a um, unfortunate leave of absence from YouTube and it was worrying to you, man, if I could do one thing to ease your mind, just know you got someone working on your behalf to get you those watch hours. And I mention it every live stream that I remember. Um, if anyone can do a playlist for Food from Afar, just watch one video, watch two videos, watch an entire playlist, whatever you can do to help out a friend. She would go the extra mile for you if she was asked. If she knew you needed help, she would go the extra mile for you. So, guys, if we could do the same, what is your favorite food? You want to know how boring this sounds? I think my favorite food might be oatmeal. I love my bowl of oatmeal. I actually have two bowls of oatmeal a day. How about you, Myra? Michael says, woke up with good news this morning. I gained 11 subscribers overnight. I wasn't expecting that. Awesome. You know why you gained? Here's why I think you gained is because you were putting out awesome videos. You're putting out awesome information. Let's see. We got some things that Fernando says hello. Stuart says if you can give the Yogi OG a donation, please, it will help. Well, thank you for that, Stuart. I appreciate yours very much so. So yeah, Michael, you're dialing in your channel. You know what I mean? You're like getting on point. That's important. I think when you were, we did a self inquiry this afternoon, and one of the things that we were asking ourselves is, what is my purpose? What do I want? What is my purpose? And when you dial that in, then magic starts to happen. And I think that you are discovering that. So again, you're welcome, Martine. Let's see, Sepa says, just my trainers, Stuart, totally my bad on my behalf. But 365 days in, chainsaw boots in 20 years takes a toll. There's few jobs you think you never need them. Wow, yeah, I guess that's true. I heal easy, 2 days, and I'll be um, up and running, right? Pizza, nice. Can't go wrong with pizza. Brian says, Yogi, I love oatmeal. It is the food of the earth. It tastes like the earth. And I don't mean that in a dry way. I mean, it has that earthy essence to it. You know that you're eating something nutritious, something that heals you, something that has stood the test of time. Real food. So it says, I read that. Danny says, Fernando Torres gives a wave. Thank you, Danny. Michael says, thanks, Erica. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Myra says, do you read the Bible? I read parts of the Bible. I read today on my earlier live stream, St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians, my favorite. And we also talked about the Psalms. I do a lot of biblical references. Our friend Brian Matthew White here in the chat, he reads scriptures all the time on his channel. Highly recommend spending time. You'll be inspired. You'll gain no small amount of wisdom, and you'll just feel better. Even if you're not. Here's the wonderful thing about scripture in the right hands, you don't have to be a Christian to get the message. Thank you, Martine. Our member, Martine, she has renewed her membership. This is her second month. Very much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Chat was spammed. Yeah, that's okay. Just shows they love me. Hey, Kat. Kat says hello, Yogi. Brian says, Maya, read the Bible often on my live streams. Yep. And it is well worth the visit, hanging out with our friend Brian. He brings a definite passion to it. Ortiz says, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Yogi never asks, but for him, please and thank you. Thank you, Martine. Myra says, nice. So I wonder if I can combine that pizza with oatmeal. Oatmeal pizza, is that such a thing? Sniper says, hobbling with better form. Brian says his favorite food is grapefruit. So if I had to go with a fruit, or man, that would be tough. I eat a lot of bananas, but I absolutely love apples. And as berries, you can't get any better than a blueberry, guys. I like strawberries, but blueberries are the standard. Sniper says, please no spamming in the chat. Michael says, Rich Martinez from The Cave is going to help promote my premiere for Friday morning on The Cave Music and Chat. Nice. Man, Rich Martinez is the man. Wonderful channel, The Cave. Awesome place to hang out. Stuart says, sorry, if not listening. Hey, T. He says, so all, please be respectful and positive. Myra says, amen. Definitely, my friend. Myra says, you're so kind. Gonna give you a sub. Thank you, Myra. I appreciate that. Let's visit Myra's channel real quick and see, my friend, is there anything that we can do to help you? My cat is saying hi to you guys. Brian says, hope you're feeling better, squirrel. Danny's waving a bumblebee. Stuart says, so Cat and Jack did a solo. Thank you so much, Brian. Very kind of you, my friend. This is your, according to that little thing that popped up, your third super chat on a live stream. Man, awesome. Brian is a very kind individual, a very inspired and inspiring individual. T says, sorry about to squirrel. Sorry about the ankle. You need to stay out of the trees now, at least for a day, maybe. Which one do you prefer more, Oreos or Oreo cake? Oreos. Oreos are vegan, by the way. And during long distance races, 50Ks and 50 milers and 100 milers, I would stuff my pockets filled with Oreos so I would have them throughout the race. They've gotten me through some hard times. Michael says, yeah, he's great. Love him and Ivy both. Yeah, Ivy was live streaming earlier today, and I didn't get a chance to stop in. Both awesome people, as well as you and Eric Lapointe. Very grateful to have met you. I will agree with Eric Lapointe. Martine has subbed to Myra. Thank you, Martine. We got Stuart sending love to Cat and Jack. Cat says, I saw Stewie. I'm proud of you. What do you mean 2-5, Stuart? Myra says, Martinez. Yeah, Rich Martinez. He's a good guy. Hey, Pokemon. Hello, my friend in chat. Good to see everyone. Good to see you, Pokemon. What's new? T says, Yogi, did you know there was some gingerbread Oreos? They are very yummy. I don't know if I knew that or not. I know they make different types of Oreos. I'm more of a classic person, but I do love gingerbread. Danny says to Brian, a sub to you. Thanks, Danny. Brian says, when I do good, my friends do good. Beautiful way to live life, isn't it, Brian? Brian said on my live stream, 5 a.m. live stream, 1 or 2 mornings ago, that he considered himself a natural mystic. And I agree 100%. Brian lives it. He lives that mystic lifestyle. You inspired me. Kent Newburn wrote a book on the prayer of St. Francis and applying it to your life. And after our conversation, was it yesterday morning? I broke it out. I've had it for a long time, and it kept slipping to the bottom of my stack of books. And after our conversation, I realized it was time to pull it out, and I dove right in. Cypher says to Brian Matthew, cheers, bud. Just means tomorrow I can take a longer slow walk in the beautiful blanketed woodlands with my dog Cosmos. Nice. Way to turn things around, Sniper. Stuart says Brian is a legend. Yeah, he is. Myra says, Smart, can you do a stream of the Bible? I want to say yes. I'm not great on staying 100% on point, but I can certainly, we have done live streams where I had some beautiful friends and we all shared our favorite passages and Psalms and other things. I could certainly do that. It might not stay like 100% there on track. I have a lot of friends who aren't exclusively Christian. Martine says, anyone else need a sub? So Martine wants to know if anyone else needs a sub. She will step up and do it for you. Brian says, we all got inspired by Francis yesterday. It's, such a powerful man. Yeah. Hey, man, it ranks up there as one of my favorite live streams. When we can all get inspired like that. Michael says, hey, Brian, when is the next live stream? I'll be there. Martine says, scroll there being deleted for a reason. Stephen says, for some reason, I can't view any of these comments that's getting deleted. I didn't realize things were getting deleted. Give me 1 second, guys. So, yeah, we'll just be careful about what might be deleted, just so we know what's going on. All right, where am I? So it says incoming squirrel. Hey, relaxing, my friend. Nathan, hey, Nathan. Cynic Linux, yes, would be the answer to your question. Hey, poor man, what's up, Dan? You get your reps in today? Danny says, Yogi, don't get me wrong, but I don't like to sub the kids. That's understandable. Um, you know, I definitely would never judge you, Danny. Myra says, Genesis 3, please. I do like Genesis. Let me write that down. I got it in my book. Things to remember. Brian says I try to get on when Yogi gets off in the morning, like 5:45 or 6. Danny's waving at relaxing. Brian says we can do Genesis 3. Yes. Hey, do you guys? I don't know if he will do this, but I can ask. You guys want to hear something special? Hey, Brian, I'm like, whoever wants to come up and do a live stream for breath work or for meditation tips or something inspiring, like 5 minutes. Brian, do you want to come up and read Genesis 3? Because if he says yes, no pressure at all. If he says yes, you guys will be in for a treat because Brian brings a passion that is truly amazing. So if he would do it, if not tonight, maybe some other time. Myra says, "Well, I play the piano and you read it." That I don't know if we could make happen, but maybe. Kat says, Yogi, bless you. Thank you so much, Kat, my friend. Hey, Brad. Brian says, not really a preacher, just like to read, but you definitely bring a passion to it. Brian says, yes, we can do that. That would be awesome. Myra says, what's your favorite song? It varies. I'm going to say off the top of my head, man, I love Van Morrison, Into the Mystic. I love Moondance. I love everything Van Morrison. Um, I think maybe the Beatles, Across the Universe. Michael says it doesn't bug me at all, Yogi. I'm a believer. I just don't like it when people think that I'm not because I dabble with paranormal stuff um, and stuff I like. Yeah, I could see why some people might think that. Mara says, oh, I posted on YouTube. Brad says, I had a revelation today, Yogi. Follow me here. An escalator can never break. It can only become stairs. You should never see an escalator out of order sign, just escalator temporarily stairs. That is an excellent point. Sometimes I think that maybe Brad should run for office because we need that type of unusual common sense to lead us in these troublesome times. Here's what I'm putting out there, guys. All things country, president of the merger of Canada and America, 2028. You guys with me on this? Ortiz says YouTube doesn't like certain words. Sorry. That's okay. Sniper says hi to Dan, his heavy death metal T-Bone brother. Poor man is hurting, sore, burnt out. Is it the vest work? The everyday? That's tough. That's a lot of work. Michael says, hey, Brad, didn't see fish in since he sneak in. Dan says, fishy. Brad says, hey to Michael. Stuart says, poor man sent trolls to the dungeon and waded through their lost souls. Dan doesn't mess around. We get a broken heart from our friend relaxing. I'm so sorry. Relaxing says, friends, please watch 1 minute to support him. It's a good way to support our friend relaxing. He needs surgery on his eyes and he needs it soon. He has done some troubling times. If any, he has a PayPal account. If anyone can help, or if you could watch some of his videos, watch a playlist. He is monetized, so he will earn income from that. Hey, Buddha. Brian says I won't preach. I'll just read. It should be the link should be right there in the. It's a little lower. Brad says hey to Stu. Kat says that might be the night I was watching while driving home. I could only speak to text and couldn't read chat. But that's some dedication. T says, Yogi, yes, please. I do breath work with you. Need 10 minutes. Gotcha. So we'll see who is able to come up first, Brian or T. T and I think, are going to do the bumblebee breath, Brahmari. Unless there's another breath that you guys want to do. Let me know. Are you tired of the humming? Are you tired of the Brahmari breath? Does it look too weird when I do it? It does look weird. It does sound weird. Who wants to see an upper middle-aged bald guy put his fingers in his ears and hum like a bee? How you doing, Buddha? Cat Jack says, Yogi for president. I'll tell you what, I would be Brad's vice president. ATC says, best piano song, Cat Stevens, Morning Has Broken. Just my opinion, of course. I wouldn't argue that. Some might say, of course, Piano Man. I'm not a fan of that song in particularly. I do love Cat Stevens. That was on the album Tea for the Tillerman. And that's another one of those albums. Every single song on both sides is a classic. Not a lot of albums like that. Certainly not anymore. So let me know if I missed a comment, guys. I apologize. Brian says it's not there for him this time. Let's see. Let's see if I can fix this. I'm not sure how I can fix this. I'm gonna take my sleep stuff. Brian says, y'all go ahead. Don't want to hold it up. Buddha says, doesn't matter how it looks. Just do the breath work. Okay. We can do that. T says, it can be the bumblebee breath. Gotcha. Relaxing says I have, what is that, 100 plus need, here comes T. 900, and I can go for operation for one eye. So what is that in American money? How much do you need?
Hi, Yogi, it's me.
Hey, T.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
I can. Give me 1 second to catch up on the chat a little bit, and then we'll get started. Buddha says prayers for relaxing. Relaxing says it's too late for prayers. It might seem that way. However, we will keep praying. Michael says, I'm expecting 7 inches of snow starting tomorrow and continuing through Friday. That's pretty decent snow for West Tennessee. The most we've had was 12 inches. We had anywhere between 7 and 10, depending on what part of the county you're in. We're getting more Friday. Stuart says, hey to B. Someone says her boyfriend called her baby, and she loves it.
Soma, that's nice if you like it, and it's from the appropriate type of person, appropriate type of relationship. If it's a friend that is calling you baby or something, you know, then it encroaches on your privacy and respect for you.
Right. Hello, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Relaxing says, my friend Eric need totally only for one eye. That is 1,000. I'm not sure what I know you are in Romania, so I'm not sure what that equates to in American money. Buddha says that's negativity. Sorry, in the background, Yogi, sir. Thank you, Buddha. Someone says, Michael, I'm so happy. All right. Stuart says, hello, my darling Wendy.
Right.
Thank you, Eric, for point. So we're going to hum. So here's the thing. Everyone can benefit from simply humming. Anytime, any tune. Preferably, if you know any, classical music. Classical music is music from the spheres, music from the cosmos. We interject real quick. Wendy says, Yogi, can you please pray for a friend of mine? As I have just found out, she's in the hospital with a stroke. Definitely. Wendy, prayers to your friend. When I lay down, before I go to sleep tonight, I will definitely send a prayer specifically for your friend in silence.
Wendy,
Anyone else? What's that?
Wendy, I'm sending healing thoughts, and I hope her journey isn't too painful.
Thank you, T. Selma is praying as well. In Romania, 1,000 is about 5,000. Someone says prayers for Wendy's friend.
Buddha sending prayers, love and light. Wendy. And Wendy, if you need to come, we're here in Yogi's chat 3 times a day.
Yep.
Okay?
Michael has his emergency. You might need to get one more emergency pizza, Michael. And TP for the essentials.
What's the emergency pizzas for?
When he's
Michael,
snowed
what
in.
are you doing?
Of course, when you're snowed
in?
in, I think is definitely one. I think with pizza.
Is he in America?
What's that?
Where's Michael? Is he in America?
Yep.
How much snow have you got, Michael?
I think he said they're expecting about 7 inches.
Wow. But when I was about 8, I remember it was a school day and my dad opened the front door and it was complete snow. And me and my brother just celebrated.
Wow.
It was no school. My dad couldn't even get to work. We cleared a few people's pathways and the main walkway in front of some houses and rebuilt a snowman that looked over everybody's back garden and they all complained.
Nice. Speaking of pizza and snow, when I was a kid and we would have a snow day, I would go out and shovel sidewalks for money. Knocking on doors with my shovel. I'll shovel your sidewalk for, I don't remember how much, a couple of dollars back then. And I would earn enough money and I would take all my friends we had a local pizza place that we could walk to up the street. And I would take them all out and we would order 2 or 3 pizzas and have a blast. Good times growing up.
I've got a little confession, and
What's
now
that?
I'm 52, it doesn't matter. When I was about 15, I skived off school one day so then I could go to Bognin. And I knew my mum had gone to town, my dad had gone to work. I knew where the key was to get myself in. Me and another girl, we intentionally, on purpose, missed the school bus. Because we got to the stop early. Mm-hmm.
I had many intentionally on purpose episodes.
If I'd been caught out, I would have been in serious shit from my father. And I just said school bus didn't turn up. She said school bus didn't turn up to her mother. Her mother made her some more breakfast, a second breakfast, and said, "What are you going to do for the day?" And it's like, "Could we go to Bognin?" And she's like, "We haven't got a sledge." And I'm like, "We have, and I know how to get it." And it was in the roof of the garage when me and my friend got the sledge down. When my dad came home, he was like, "Somebody's been in my garage." And I was like, "Well, we were being productive, Dad. School bus didn't turn up." They never really chased it up that time because they knew how bad the school bus was.
Right.
So, are you Mary Poppins, Squirrel? Bloody not. Sorry.
We have Trending here. We have Toy Pups here. Hello, guys. Nice to see you, my friends.
Hi, Trending. Hi, Toy Pup.
Toy Pups was when it snowed. We used to fight to be allowed to go outside and go tobogganing. Yeah, we'd spent a lot of time sledding when we were kids. All right, so humming, simply humming, no special breath, simply humming. This is from the Mayo Clinic. The simplicity of just humming. Could be
You
any
know why
tune.
I'm giggling about this, don't you?
What's that?
The humming part. Remember what I said last night?
Um.
Bees hum, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do.
But this bumblebee hums out of tune. And if
I
I
do.
can come up on panel and hum out of tune, you can all participate. And Toy Pups, you came up last night. Well done, girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So just humming any song that you enjoy reduces levels of stress. This is from the Mayo Clinic. Lowers blood pressure and heart rate. Increased levels of nitrous oxide, which I mentioned before. So nitrous oxide is essential for heart health, as well. If you are an endurance athlete, it will increase your endurance. If you are a strength athlete, it will increase your recovery time or decrease your recovery time. You need less. So nitrous oxide is a molecule that promotes healing and widens blood vessels. So it improves your cardiovascular health across the board. It improves airflow between the sinuses and the nasal cavity and improvement of the health of your sinuses. Not to mention that it sets a vibratory rate in the brain that leads to positivity and peacefulness. You will be peaceful when you hum. If you find yourself in a stressful situation, hum. Simply hum a tune. Now, if you have time, you can do what's called the Brahmari breath, which
Can I give you another fact about nitrous oxide?
Yep.
So if ever any of you been to the dentist and you get laughing gas,
nitrous
or
oxide.
if you've had a pregnancy and you have gas and air, it's oxygen and nitrous oxide. It makes you relaxed and it's supposed to make you giggle. And there's about 1 in 5,000 it doesn't actually impact on. And I know that because I'm one.
Michael says it's also helpful for street racing, but don't try that at home, kids. Excellent tip. T says singing is very relaxing for us. It helps with social anxiety and it calms us down. Singing is wonderful, but as we've talked about with the vibrations for the past couple of days, humming produces that vibration. It's extremely, extremely healing. And it also tones the vagal nerve, which is the nerve that connects the sympathetic and parasympathetic, the fight and flight to the rest and digest. So if you need something a little more potent than just humming, although humming can get you pretty far, guys, then you can do the Brahmari breath. Brahmari is Sanskrit for black bee, and we're doing the black bee. Hey, Odom, the black bee breath. And I mentioned before, there's a mudra that you can do where you are lightly sealing the ears, lightly closing the eyes, lightly the nose, and the mouth. That can be complicated. So we're just going to put our hands on the head and we're going to lightly, very lightly, we're not pressing, we're just lightly covering the ears. We're going to breathe in through the nose. If you want, use that ujjayi breath, that ha sound on the inhalation. On the exhalation, with the mouth closed, we're going to hum, and we're going to extend the hum, not to the point where it stresses us in any way, until it naturally starts to trail off, and then we let it go. If you can keep it even, awesome. If you can't keep it even, don't worry about it. So how does 5 breaths? How does 3 breaths sound? And then we'll pause, and we'll do
Say
3
that
more.
again. 5.
We're gonna do
5 ujjayi breath,
if you're able to.
then 5 bumblebee breaths. Yeah.
No, we're just gonna do the ujjayi breath on the inhalation.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do the bumblebee breath, the hum, on the exhalation.
Please, if this bumblebee is out of tune, I'm out of tune. Nobody's perfect.
This is true. And I think that you are going to be perfectly in tune for the bumblebee.
I've got the giggles, and I've had no nitrous oxide.
Not yet, but we're about to pump ourselves up with nitrous oxide. Hey, Odom. Odom's getting some snow. He's in Western Tennessee too. All right. So, everyone ready? Anyone else going to do this with us? We're going to do three. Go ahead.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to do 3 breaths, and then we're going to relax, reassess, and then do 3 more. So we're going to plug our ears very lightly. We're not pressing. You all set, T?
Yeah.
And here we go. We're going to breathe in through the nose easily, about 80%, and then hum. Number 2. Breath 3. Inhale. Relax. Breathe easily. Breathe normally. Now, when we close our eyes, we're going to do another 3. We're going to do 1 more round of 3 breaths.
Yes.
Put our focus very lightly with our eyes closed on the 3rd eye, right between the eyebrows. That is the 6th chakra.
Yeah.
Also known as the psychic energy center. It's also a deep place. What's that?
The crown chakra.
Nope. That would be a little further up.
Okay.
Danny says that's good therapy, Yogi.
Hi, Salma.
So we're going to do 3 more. Remember, we are going to focus on the 3rd eye. 3 more breaths. You ready, T?
Yes.
Here we go. Breathing in. Breathing in.
You are frozen. Okay. Number 3.
Number 2.
You frozen.
Oh, sorry.
You froze for about 30 seconds.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Did you do 2?
I've done 2.
Okay, let's do the 3rd one then. Here we go.
Okay.
Breathing in. Relax. My cat is seriously wondering what I'm doing, even though she's heard me do this 1,000 times before.
Maybe she wants a meow.
Okay. Do you hear her?
No.
This is also wonderful breath to do before you meditate. A great breath to do before you go to bed, because you want to get your heart rate as low as easily and naturally you can before you go to sleep. The lower the heart rate, the easier it is going to be to fall asleep, because your body's going to take time to lower the heart rate anyway. If
Yeah.
you are stressed, if you're having anxiety, if you're having a panic attack, the easiest way to interject and start to bring the heart rate down is to hum. You might not have the presence of mind to do the Brahmari breath
Yeah.
yet, but you will have the presence of mind just to start humming. And maybe you'll start humming angrily. That's okay. Just get the humming in, and then it will naturally start to shift to something more soothing.
I noticed that the day that you got me humming when I was in hospital because of conflict with a member of staff that was in charge,
Yeah.
and I even hummed your anchor in the bathroom, right by the desk. People noticed that I was quite happy that evening and relaxed. And the next day, people were like, "You were humming yesterday. How come you're not today?" And I couldn't say, "Member of staff isn't on."
Ah,
But
there
I
you go.
just hummed a little tune over and over and over again. And as I said, this bee hums out a tune. I think you heard it change.
I
I
did.
had a problem
That's
when I was very young.
we all hum. We all hum how we hum.
Yeah.
Danny says he thinks he heard a cat. Danny, this is for you. Hold on a second.
Where's she gone?
Did you see her?
No. She's hiding.
She's right here. Hold on.
We didn't see her.
Hey.
We saw papers and leads.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, there's
Phoebe.
lots of papers, lots of books. And largely there's papers all over the place because my cat continuously knocks them off of my desk.
Yeah.
Hey, Laradox. So, hey, anyone in the chat have any questions about the breath or any other breath work? As well as if we can bringing the heart rate down before sleep is vital to fall asleep quicker. One of the great ways of doing that is the Ujjayi breath that we've been working on, making that ha sound as we breathe in.
Yeah.
That breath alone has gotten me through some really bad nights.
The first breathing exercise that you taught me, which I think was breathe in for 4 and out for 8 and pause for 2,
Uh-huh.
I did for 16 hours on a trolley in a corridor, busy corridor, when I've got social anxiety in an A&E for 16 hours. And
Wow.
usually I freak out and I panic and everything. So it does help in different circumstances, and people need to find which type of breath helps them in which circumstance.
Right, that's very important. Let me throw
We're all
something in.
unique human beings, aren't we?
Yeah. When I've been doing breath work for well over 30 years. However, I wasn't always applying the proper breath in the proper situation. I was under the impression from my own yoga practice that there was different types of breath work that might affect different things, but overall breath work was breath work was breath work. When I chose a specific school to get my very first certification in because I loved how he presented it and it made all the difference in the world for me. He categorized 3 different breaths in an easy to understand way. There is coffee breathing, nothing to do with actual coffee, but it lifts you up, perks you up, gives you energy. It's a faster paced type of breathing. Think I know you've done Wim Hof. Think Wim Hof or a breath of
Yeah,
fire.
I only did one round of Wim Hof once because something negative happened in the premises that I was in, and
Right.
felt very much that I brought that on, though it was inevitable, it was going to happen, but it happened, and I physically felt a sensation, and now I realise what it was, and I've had that sensation with some other things in my life, and you know what I'm on about, Yogi. Blood
Right.
disorder.
Brian.
But I'm not going to bring that negativity in here. But when I was an emergency ambulance service, we went out to many people with panic attacks, and even though I had panic attacks myself, where I was trapped on an underground tube, and at my station I couldn't get off because of too many people, and it was like sardines. That when I got off and the guard on the platform saw me and dragged me to a seat, sat me down, and he got me to do some breathing. And no paramedics were needed. But I've been out to some people that have gone from one panic attack to another, and you know, I've had to be quite intense and say, "Follow me as I breathe," and get them to focus on nothing but my face.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we all breathe. We need it to sustain life,
True.
and it's a basic thing that our maker gave us.
And it's an incredible tool where you can literally change your energetic state when 10 breaths. You can go from that fight or flight to the rest and digest. Michael said he had never, that felt good. He never hummed plug in my ears. And Brian, definitely focus on that third eye when you do it. Michael says if you see an alien, be sure to poke him to see if he's squishy.
That is to Skrill because of he's had something for the pain.
Right.
That's all I say. You know, I saw Skrill put a comment and then that comment. So
Thanks. So we had the coffee breathing, which is that faster pace type of breath to wake us up, give us energy when we need it.
maybe
So
you
it's
want to share that one on your first live for people.
what's that?
Maybe you want to share that on your first live for people because
Yeah,
when you do your 7 a.m. live, I think it's about 12 o'clock here.
Yep.
10, 11 o'clock.
I actually have before. It's a little harder to teach.
Yeah.
It's a little more complicated, but yeah, I'll try to remember, and we can do that tomorrow if anyone wants. And then
And
you have water breathing. It's called water breathing because, like water, it will mix with just about anything. It's a neutral breath. It brings you up if you need to be brought up. It calms you down if you need to calm down. And that would be the basic breathing in for 4, exhaling for 4. Or it might be Nadi Chandra, which is alternate nostril breathing without the breath retention. So I would breathe in for 4, exhale for 4, breathe in for 4, exhale for 4. No retention of the breath, a very neutral breath, very calming. And then, hey, Joshua, then you have whiskey breathing. Whiskey breathing is one of my favorite breaths, one of my favorite style of breathing, because it brings us down. It lowers the heart rate drastically and dramatically. It prepares us for sleep, or if we're super stressed out, it just brings it. That is the 4, breathing in for 4, exhaling for 8, or breathing in for 4, exhaling for 8 through the left side. Just
so
exhaling.
that's what you taught me initially, innit?
Yep. Or doing the annulum vilome, which is the alternate nostril breathing with breath retention. So you might breathe in for 4, you might hold for 4, you might exhale for 4, and then you repeat back and forth. There you've taken, what you want to do is slow the breath per minute rate down. If you do 4, 4, 4, that's a 12-second breath.
Yeah.
So, that's almost 4 breaths in a minute. Sean Connery is here.
007.
Yeah.
I've noticed from my personal experience, and as I said, I've had a lung problem and lung respiratory serious problem when I was very young.
Uh-huh.
And I have mild asthma. But I noticed that to breathe in sometimes, I said this to you last night, that if you got a straw and you put the straw over the hole and sucked up the drink, when you take your finger off the hole on the edge of the straw, you don't get a full you don't get full flow.
Right.
And it's like that with my breathing sometimes. And Yogi's seen it, we questioned it. It's just part of me. We're all unique. No one is perfect.
True. A friend, Body Weight Beast Fitness, is here. Hello, my friend.
Who, Dotty?
Nope. The Body Weight Beast Fitness.
Oh, body weight. Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, body weight. Oh,
And
Burrow with fish.
yep, Joshua says, "How are you, Yogi?" I'm good, Joshua. How are you?
And the marshmallow man.
And then another coffee breathing, one of my all-time favorite breaths. And if you remind me, we can do this tomorrow. Is box breathing.
I do know box breathing.
Yep. So box breathing, we breathe in for 4, both sides.
Yeah, you hold for 4.
Yep, for 4.
So if you all imagine a square in front of you, and you start in the left-hand corner, and like you breathe right in, you go to the right-hand corner. When you go across, you breathe in. When you go down, you hold your breath. And when you go from the bottom corner to the left, you exhale, and then you hold your breath for the next 4, and you go round in a box.
And that's it. Thank you, T.
I learned on an anxiety management course.
And it definitely works. Definitely works for anxiety. Supposedly,
Yep.
I cannot vouch for this. I've heard it from credible sources, though. It is a breath that they teach the Navy SEALs, elite military, U.S. military unit, to help, especially the snipers, to help calm them down before they are to do a shot.
Well, if
Again,
you
I
think
can't.
about it, only what's that? You breathe in for 16 seconds, and
Yep,
if
so
it's effective, then in those 16 seconds, that most probably is long enough to do the breath and to line up to shot.
right.
Because they don't necessarily have long, do they, to get their shot?
Nope.
So yeah,
Right.
I followed a online qigong that the wonderful Buddha of Destiny, Namaste, put up on her channel for me a while ago. I followed it. I'm a bit rough, but you know what? I can only progress, and I'm going to give it another go. I'm going to try and find out a few more things that I wasn't sure about. And yeah, and I am on. Did you say the meditations challenge started yesterday?
Well, officially, it started what on the
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So yesterday. So today would be the second day. Today is the 8th, right? So it started.
So I'm on day 2. Who else is on day 2 of the meditation challenge? I think Simon was, and I thought Brian was in. I may be wrong, and I thought Toy Paps.
Yep, Toy Pups is.
Selma.
I think Selma is.
And there was 1 or 2 others.
Right, Brian's going to read Genesis tomorrow. Thanks, Brian. But it's an open challenge, so even if you've fallen off, pick it back up.
Yeah,
It's that easy.
We all have good days. We all have bad days. The bad you need to be able to appreciate the good in your life.
Yep, Stuart says he's one of them.
And you know, like when I'm chronically ill, some days there's little I can do, except sleep a lot because of my condition. And those days that I may not get the breaths in, I still pick it up the next day.
That's the way to do it. Joshua says, okay, I'm glad you're okay, Danny. Didn't know that was my name in Spanish. Simple says Body Weight Beast Fitness. Mine's on the half breath and hold from exhale.
Yeah, I think Sniper that was saying, oh, I don't know, somebody said that Marines exhale when they take the shot because that's the calmest part of the breath.
Right. That's what Bodyweight Beast was saying
Body
as well.
weight. Yeah. Thank you, body weight.
Hey Hulk, Joe is here.
Hi, Joshua.
Oh, yep. Joshua says he wants to know who the co-host is. And wish
It's
it was way.
Bumblebee.
Yep, Bumblebee T. Wish it was way, and the probably is. I would never be able to figure it out. How do you put someone's name on the screen?
I think you can only do it when you're on panel, on
Ah,
StreamYards and Restream, because you log in. This you tend to follow a link, and it wouldn't be YouTube that would put the link up.
that makes sense.
So, I think Joshua, a bit stressful today, but I'm okay. One day at a time.
Yeah, Stuart says on StreamYard and Restream are the only ones that do it. Gotcha. That's okay. We'll just tell everyone. It's Bumblebee T.
Yep. Joshua, I hope you had a good day too. We just did some breath work, including the bumblebee breath. And this bumblebee doesn't hum. Sorry, this bumblebee hums a bit out of tune at times. But you know what? That's okay, because none of us are perfect in the world. What is perfect? It doesn't exist. Michael, I'm from the UK. And thank you for the compliment. It's a mixture of accents. Thank you, Danny. I don't like my voice, so I hate listening back.
I never cared for my voice either. So it says buzz buzz. Hawk says hit a squirrel.
Yeah, Stuart, I did say.
Hey,
I'm right in England.
right. Our friend Timo is here. Optimob family.
Hey, Timo. Optimob. I did pop over a few times to your family, your new channel.
Yep.
And I was delighted. Thank you very much, Timo, for coming back.
Joshua says he hopes your
Bean. Sorry.
Yep, that's right. He hopes your day gets better. Bumblebee T, if you are awake in 4 hours, I hope my Sully screencast can make you laugh.
I'm hoping to be asleep, because that will be about 3:30 in the morning in the UK. And I have commitments tomorrow that I need to get up and go to. And I'm quite tired today.
Joe says he's still working on breathing techniques on burpees. What are you trying to implement, Joe? Joshua says he's sure your day will get better either way. Danny's waving at Optimob's family.
Who's Joe in the chat?
Hulk.
Oh, hi, Hulk. You're doing amazing with your burpees, by the way. But you know that because I told you yesterday.
Joshua says, Squirrel gives greetings to Timo. Joshua says, I'm sorry that you are down in the dumps, but when my ex-girlfriend was down in the dumps, my wallet went down as well. but she bought new clothes.
Because she bought new clothes, I think that meant to say.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not down. I've just had quite a bit of stress today and a few things going on, and I'm just trying to take it moment by moment, one day at a time. And I thought doing the qigong, the Buddha actually did a sit down version for me because I'm a full-time wheelchair user. It actually did help.
Nice.
So
Joshua says he's sorry that your time frame stops you from seeing his screencast.
I can go back later or whenever, but Joshua, I don't get much time because I have to put my health as my priority, and every single day of my life now I have to put my health first. Even today, something's upset me. Somebody said, "Why did you do it?" It's affecting your health.
Right. So Joshua says spam time. And here is the spam. You ready? I got to take a deep breath. Bumblebee T smile, 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 Bumble T smile. That was a tough one.
And Joshua, I know you can't see me. I don't like coming up on camera. I am smiling. Thank you.
Toy Pup says, "Is that Bumblebee on live?"
It is Puppy Mummy.
Joshua says, "Yes, of course." Everyone is saying hi to Toy Pups. Say, Jim Rat. Michael says, "Say that 7 times fast." Man, I had a hard time saying it 1 time fast.
Yeah.
Toy Pup says,
I
"You must put."
did very well. You only fluffed on one Bumblebee.
Right. I think it might have been the additional smile, Bumblebee T smile.
Yeah.
Toy Pup says
But
we must
some
put our
people
health.
don't even get Bumblebee. They get Bumble.
Right.
Bumbles is okay.
Toy Pup says we must put our health in priority. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Toy Pups, what you said about boundaries, saying no, 100% sister. We're in the same. The reason I'm sick is that I burnt out because I didn't say, "Hey, I need a bit of time for me." It was always, "I can help you, I can help you, I can help you." Where was the time for me?
Right.
So, and you said that you feel selfish to others that need help, but there's other supports out there for them. And if you were too sick to support them ever again, then that doesn't help them in the long run.
This is true.
And it's been so hard for me to say no sometimes.
Jim Rat says much love to the whole community. Absolutely, Jim Rats.
Hey, Jim Rat.
And Toy Pup says, "Don't feel guilty for putting you first." Toy Pup says, this is the best live ever." Joshua says, "Sharing in my community." Man, I cannot do the Joshua. I attempted it once and it wasn't too bad, and then it's been downhill ever since. And then Selma came on and nailed it. And I
When was
never wanted
this?
to try it again. Doing our Joshua.
Oh yeah. And I've just seen a comment, a really valid comment, and it's Squirrel. How can one help another if they cannot help themselves? It's not being selfish when the time is needed.
Yep.
And these days I don't get around many channels, and it frustrates me. It disappoints me. I just have to sit with it and accept it. If everybody said, "Oh, can you come to my channel?" 30 channels. There's 24 hours in a day. Sometimes I can sleep 22 hours a day, 2 hours
Well,
a day. Other times I sleep 1 hour.
Stuart said, for anyone that doesn't know, he did a solo session this evening, and that was a second session for the day, by the way. He did one with Jace and one on his own. Well done, Stuart. Yeah, that was an awesome comment from Sniper.
And that's a lovely comment from Toy Paps. Don't feel guilty.
She also said boundaries are important. Boundaries is very important.
Yeah.
And Joshua says you always need time for yourself. That is, by the way, hey, the dumb frog. That is the gift of meditation. Is you're giving yourself. No one can intrude when you're deep in meditation. You're giving yourself the gift of those boundaries that you set. within the perimeters of your meditation. It's true. It's a true gift to yourself.
Can I quickly say something? Squirrel, stop it. People don't walk on their toes. And I think you've had too many cakes. He said he walked on his toes. And his foot is definitely not broken, but it hurts or something.
Right. So we're
Shuffle
just
on.
talking.
Squirrel, if you need to get round, shuffle on your bum and your hands. Stay off that foot. And keep it up in the air and ice.
Joshua says, I support those who support me. I make certain exceptions. And Toy Pup says, don't feel guilty. We all love you, Bumblebee T. We appreciate you regardless.
Thank you all.
Be careful pushing. Sorry.
There are some days that I can accept that I cannot be Superwoman like everybody demands of me. And there's other days that I do feel guilt. Oh, I should be doing that. I should be doing that.
Right.
But then when I get to that stage and people keep demanding of me, particularly services, that's when I've ended up really sick and in hospital.
Yeah, and that was a long stay.
Toy Pups is not depression. I have chronic fatigue syndrome, stroke ME. It's a neurological condition. And stress, I then can get tired after. Physical activity, I can get tired after. There is actually no known cure for it, and sadly it can be fatal. I'm fighting it every day. And that's all I can do. I can only try and be the best person I can be and be as healthy as I can. Thank you for reframing my mind earlier, Yogi.
Oh.
I wasn't like that before the live, by the way.
What's that?
I wasn't in that frame of mind before the live, was I?
No, you weren't. That's for sure.
Yeah. With depression, you can get the fatigue and your body shuts down. Sadly, I get more symptoms. I get sensitive to light, sensitive to sound. A lot of things are a trigger stress, and I actually lose the ability to speak. And that gets scary when you cannot communicate to people what you want. But I have made a device and I do my best.
Want to let Stuart know to be careful pushing 2 a day, Stuart. You might not want to do that every day. And let me see if I can read Danny's comment.
Sure.
This is the amazing moderator, Danny. He didn't actually say the amazing moderator part. I added that because Danny really is an amazing moderator. Toy Pup says great information, T.
I've suffered depression myself. If you saw me New Year's Eve on Yogi's panel, you know what I said, that I've suffered for many years due to many things. And the last 4 years, I've had some blips, but I've coped so much better by understanding certain things, by tweaking certain things. I've suffered the eating problems, the self-loathe, the self-hate, but you know what, you need, if you're feeling depressed and you go to the shop and just one person smiles at you, that's the only thing you need to focus on. That person smiled at me, it made me feel good. Why don't I share that smile with somebody else, even if I have to sort of fake it?
Right.
And eventually you'll start feeling a little bit better.
Toy Pup says Yogi's lives always cheer us up. I try. Joshua says everyone goes through stages of depression in their lives, but the more I read about depression, the more I learn that there are more than my mind can understand, and I worry that my lack of understanding will cause my immature mind to accidentally say the wrong thing one day. Hey,
Joshua, we all make mistakes. It's acknowledging the mistakes. It's apologizing for the mistakes. And it's learning. Life is a learning curve. Sorry, go for it.
I just read this morning, actually, an interesting story. The Lakota tribe in North and South Dakota, and other states as well, in the West. One of the highest forms of disrespect is when someone can walk between an elder and the fire. So they'll have a fire pit going.
Yeah.
And if someone would walk in between the elder and the fire, it's considered very disrespectful to the elder. But if a youth, someone inexperienced, someone enthusiastic happens to do it, they simply say mistake. And everyone moves on. They just acknowledge mistake.
Yeah.
They're acknowledging that no one makes a mistake on purpose, otherwise it wouldn't be a mistake. Even if it seems we've done something on purpose, if we simply say mistake, if we recognize that responsibility for having had it occurred, then everyone can relax. Everyone can move on. All it takes is that acknowledgement. So, Joshua, there might come a time when you say the wrong word, but guess what? You can simply say mistake and move on from it. If someone else chooses to hold on to it, that is entirely on them and not on you. All you can do is acknowledge mistake and move on.
Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Life is a journey to learn. We're not given any tools when we're babies. How to walk, we learn. We learn from pulling ourselves along the floor on our bellies to then eventually we hopefully crawl on all fours. Not all of us do. To then trying to toddle and stand, holding things, and then we start walking, and then we learn to run from our parents because it's fun. In later on in life, those skills become essential, and not all of us learn the same way. Some of us learn in visual ways, some of us learn by copying and seeing it done. Others of us learn in a more way that in other ways. I found it hard to follow the video that Buddha was doing, and I wanted to say, hang on a minute, when are you breathing in? When are you breathing out? She wasn't there. I tried to watch the key signs of when her chest rose. Yeah, accidents happen.
Sniper says it's all about intent. Absolutely, Sniper.
Oh, Runner Boy's got a good question for you.
Hey, Runner Boy. Where I see him said hi. What did I miss?
He put about your beard.
Oh, I did. I did in the second one. And most people said, leave it alone. Don't do anything. Basically, I was thinking about turning it into a goatee.
Yeah. Do you know what, Yogi?
What's that?
And I know that it's Mocha and yours decision. I would like to see it all off because I swear you will look younger. I had a family doctor one time. He was a very mature gentleman, a very traditional gentleman. Hello, how can I meet you? Would shake your hand and everything. And he got sponsored for a charity event to have it all shaved off. Every single person loved it except his wife, and when the wife said, you need to grow it back, and he used to sit there in in the appointment, scratch it, like, you know, running his fingers through his beard. And I said, "You have to find a fidget toy or something because you're not going to be able to do that in the future." And I saw him about day 2 that his beard was off, and he went, "T, you're right. I can't stop itching, like, going to grab the hair that's not there on my chin." And I had a fidget toy in my bag, which was surplus, and I knew I had some at home, and I was going home, and I just said, "There you go." I went, "You wonder why some of us have fidget toys. Now you know. I don't have a beard, and I'll never grow a beard."
Hmm.
But he did
Run,
say to me, "How much younger do you think I look?" And I was 15, 20 years younger.
Runner Boy says he wants me to have just a mustache. Toy
Mm,
Pup says, should she shave her beard? No, I think you should keep it.
I would like to see it gone, but I can see you with just a mustache, but you would look so much younger. But it's your choice. So's Mocha involved.
Right.
How is Mocha? Is she good?
She's doing pretty good. She's had some ankle issues lately. Not sure what it is.
Oh,
Toy Pup
she didn't,
says
she didn't drop a ladder on it by any chance, like somebody in the chat did.
she did not drop a ladder on it.
No,
Probably some
I
type
hope
of
that ladder wasn't damaged. Sorry, Squirrel.
ligament, I think. Let's see. So she should leave it. I think she should leave it. Same with Joshua says, don't shave your beard.
Yeah, and can I refer to another comment? Sniper. Somebody was saying the about the smiling, passing it on, and that if you feel that isolated in life, you've got to look at why you're doing it. No, no, no. You're trying to bring warmth to other people. And Sniper put, dealing with trauma is a personal challenge. Everyone has their own ways of coping while trying to understand. And I just want to say, I have PTSD, just like the soldiers. I have it from work, I have it from life. I'm not ashamed. I deal with it every day. And we all cope in different ways. And I'm trying to share with other people a positive way of coping, try and elevate them feeling just a little bit better that day. But most of all, focus on your little wins each day, everyone. Whether it's I did a meditation session, whether it's I went for a walk, whether a friend phoned me up, whether it's the little things in life matters.
Right. Agreed. Runaway asks if my cough is gone yet. It's about 90% gone. Every so
Do you know
often in
what
the morning.
caused it?
What's that?
Do you know what caused your cough?
No, but there was that some type of chest infection going around all over the place.
Oh,
It was,
there's a lot of it in the UK.
yep. And my brother had it. Deb says, "What a lovely soul you found, Yogi." Yep, this is our friend Bumblebee T. Debs.
Hi, Debs. We were doing some breath work and I popped up.
Yep. So I'm going to wrap things up in just a minute.
And I'm going down. Don't know if Salma would like to come up and have a little sing song.
Hey,
You didn't
Selma.
today. I know that she said she's got to phone her boyfriend soon, but
Yep.
I don't know the timing over there. Right, I'm going to drop down. Yogi, thank you very much for having me up. Thank you for the positive influence as well.
Absolutely.
And
Hey, Damien.
see you all in chat.
Thank you, T.
You're welcome. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Sorry to hear you got the cough, Runner Boy. I hope you can shake it off. Selma says she's coming. Deb says, Bumblebee. Thank you, Debs. And here she is. There's no way I could close out a session without a song from Selma.
Hello.
Runner Boy says, see, I talked about the cough. Then Yogi coughs. The subconscious mind is crazy. The
Peekaboo.
Runner Boy made me cough. What do you think of that, Selma?
Who made you cough?
Runner Boy made me cough.
Wonder Boy. I think he needs a finger wag.
I think he does need a finger wag. I think he needs a double finger wag. One from you, one from me.
Yeah. Wonder Boy, you better watch out because my boyfriend is tough.
There you go. You've been warned, Runner Boy. Michael says to Toy Pups, he was joking about the beard reference. Toy Pup says, Bumblebee, you were great. She was great. Deb says, so nice to hear you, Bumblebee. Blessed I met you. I have PTSD too. As does Milka.
We should do meditation with our hands.
With our hands? It's funny that you say that, because one of the classes that I have stored but I've yet to take is on mudras. Mudras are healing meditative gestures that you can do that actually help put you in a meditative state. So maybe I'll start that class tomorrow, and we can do some hand meditations.
Can I do it with you?
When I learn it, you will be the first person I teach it to.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be able to do it together. How's that sound?
Yeah.
In the meantime, you know what we can do together?
Yeah.
We can double finger wag to Runner Boy, who certainly needs it.
Runner Boy, I am not the fish. I am Selma. Get my name right.
You know what someone should tell Runner Boy to do? Someone
Yeah.
should tell Runner Boy that he should straighten up and fly right.
I think my boyfriend would do that.
All right. I think you could tell him that too. Straighten up and fly right.
Yeah.
With a finger wag. I tell you what.
My boyfriend does finger wag too.
Does he do it better than you?
Yes.
He does. I didn't expect to hear. I didn't expect to hear that.
He's such a sweetheart. He is.
Let's see. Toy Pup says it helps us, right? Runner Boy wants a poll to see if you should change your name. We don't need to do a poll. Your name is perfect as it is. Michael said that more like a spoon ride.
Runner Boy, this is for you. Hey! Nuh-uh! You're not taking my boyfriend away from me, Runner Boy. Nuh-uh, not today.
Yep, Toy Pup says, fly right, Runner Boy.
I need help, Puppy Mommy. Can you give a finger wag to Runner Boy? He's trying to steal my boyfriend. No, no.
Deb says, B hums out of tune. You were perfect, T. T says, Selma is a beautiful name.
Thank you. Some people call me Selma Hayek, and one time Puppy called me Selma Hayek the other day, and she was still so confused, and she was like, "Why is she calling me Selma? It's like Selma Hayek."
So this is to Runner Boy too, and this is from Michael. This is the shaking of the spoon. There was a time if my mother were to shake a wooden spoon at me, I would be very, very afraid.
Hey, Puppy Mommy, I am not Selma Hayek. Well, look at her.
All right. We're gonna wrap things up in a minute.
Runner Boy, excuse you. I am so confused.
Runner Boy does that, doesn't he? He makes us confused. Buddha's gonna take some zinc and lay down.
Runner Boy, this is for you. I think he did it on purpose.
Yogi, don't stir the pot. Bleep with that spoon. You thought that was funny?
Yes.
Thank you, Eric LaPointe. So we're gonna wrap things up. How would you like to sing us a song?
This is for Puppy Mommy, the Hindi song. It's called Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. And this is, it means that friendship and love each other from far away.
So before you sing, Runner Boy said, "The horse, Yogi. What must we do with the horse? We forgive the horse, Runner Boy. We forgive the horse."
Uh,
All right, are you ready?
yes. Are you ready, Puppy Mommy? This is for you. Are you ready?
Yep.
तुम बासरा रे, यो मस्करा रे, तुम मैंने जाने क्या, समझा न खा है, होता है, जो बरवाए, कुछ होता है, तुम बरवाए, कुछ होता है, तुम बासरा रे, यो मस्करा रे, तुम मत जाने क्या, समझा न खा है, होता है, जो करवाए, कुछ होता है, जो बनवाए, कुछ होता है.
Nice. Let's give the bell ring for that. Hey, Selma, you see all those hearts for you?
Yeah,
Pretty amazing, huh?
yeah.
Toy Pup says Selma is representing. Hey, Jason. Jason gives you a heart and a thumbs up. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. That was my dog.
And that's my cat. Can you hear my cat?
You wanna see my dog?
Sure.
This is what my dog looks like. Can you see him?
I can see him.
He's getting big.
Pretty dog. He's getting big.
You guys. He's kissing you guys.
You see what Joshua says?
Yes.
Can you read it?
He said wolf.
Woof. Yes, he did. All right. So I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Hey! Excuse you. That is my dog, Wonder Boy. Watch yourself. Think about it. You better watch yourself, Wonder Boy.
Hey, Selma, can you do me another favor?
Yeah.
Can you read Joshua's statement for me? I don't think I can do it as well as you do.
This is. Goodbye, everyone, and good night.
Yep, the end of the show. Good night, everyone. All right.
This is the end.
It is. T says, thanks, Yogi, and all. Toy Pup says, oh, I'm going to let you read. Yep, did you read Toy Pups?
Yeah.
Sniper says, catch you in 10 hours. Eric, take care, Sniper.
You're welcome.
Heal fast, my friend.
You're welcome, Stuart.
Thanks, Stuart. Let's see. What did I miss? Oh, Runner Boy says Yogi sleeps tonight. That's the plan. I'm going to bed. Let's see. Dimitri says it's time to bow down to Mother Russia. Runner Boy says it's game over, guys. It is game over. All right. So, Selma, could you tell everyone good night for me, please?
Yeah. Good night. Yogi said good night and he loves you so much. God bless you and happy 2025.
Thank you so much. And absolutely. Good night, everyone. And God bless. And I do love you. Thank you. I appreciate you all being here.
You're welcome.
And everyone saying good night.
Namaste.
Namaste to you, my friend. Thank you.
And
Take
my
care,
dog
guys.
wants to say good night.
Good night. Good night, puppy. Here we go.
My dog loves you.
Well, awesome. Joshua says namaste. Namaste, my friend. Take care, everyone.
You too.